It all began the day my 8-year-old son, Aiden, returned from his grandfather's house, silent, withdrawn, and frightened. I immediately sensed something was wrong. My father-in-law, Richard, had always been a strange man, stern, controlling, and devoid of emotion. But ever since my wife passed away in a car accident 2 years ago, he had become even colder, as if he blamed me for everything. Lately, he had been unusually eager to spend time with Aiden. At first, I was relieved. After all, Aiden needed an elder figure, but I had no idea what was really happening behind closed doors. It started subtly. Aiden stopped smiling. He flinched at loud noises. Fear visibly clouded his eyes. Then one night, I heard him mumbling in his sleep, "I didn't lie, Grandpa. I didn't lie." That night, I stayed by his side, gently trying to understand. What he told me tore my heart apart. Richard was pressuring Aiden to lie in court, to say that I was an unfit father. My own father-in-law wanted custody of my son. It felt like betrayal had set my chest on fire. The man who once welcomed me into his family now wanted to tear it apart. When I confronted Richard, he didn't deny it. He said coldly, "You are not capable of raising a child. Everything will become clear in court." His words struck me like a blade. He wasn't just questioning my ability, he was destroying my child's innocence by turning him into a pawn. I had little time. I consulted my lawyer and filed a counterpetition. For days, I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Aiden had become my entire world after my wife's passing. Losing him would mean losing the last piece of her. I tried to remain calm for his sake, reading him bedtime stories, holding his hand tighter, telling him that no matter what, I'd be there for him. But the anxiety in his eyes kept haunting me. The day of the court hearing arrived. The courtroom was packed with people, family, social workers, lawyers. The air felt heavy with judgment. Richard's lawyer painted a cruel picture of me, calling me emotionally unstable, a failed parent, too lost in grief to care for a child. He even mentioned my therapy sessions, twisting them as signs of weakness. I sat still, hands clenched, heart breaking. Was this what love had come to? Lies and manipulation? Then suddenly, the judge turned to Aiden and gently asked, "Do you want to say something, son?" A long silence followed. The room seemed to hold its breath. My son looked at me. I gave him a faint nod, silently telling him it was okay to speak his truth. Aiden stood up, small in stature but fierce in spirit. His voice trembled at first, but then steadied. "My grandpa, he scares me," he said. "He told me to say that my dad hits me, but he never has. He only hugs me. He tells me stories every night. He cries when he thinks I'm asleep. He loves me, and I love him." Gasps were heard across the room. Even the stenographer paused typing. The judge leaned forward, brows furrowed in concern and empathy. "Is this true, Aiden? Did your grandfather tell you to lie?" Aiden nodded. "He said if I don't say what he told me, I'll be taken away and never see my toys again. But I don't care. I just want to be with my dad." That moment shattered everything. The court fell into stunned silence. Richard's face drained of color. His lawyer awkwardly shuffled his papers, clearly caught off guard. The sound of the judge's gavel echoed like thunder as he dismissed the case immediately, citing manipulation and emotional abuse. But the real moment came afterward, when Richard, defeated and powerless, approached Aiden. His voice, now trembling, asked, "Why did you say that, child?" Looking him straight in the eye, Aiden replied, "Because truth rises above fear." Richard couldn't utter a word. He turned and walked away, not just from the courtroom, but from our lives. I never saw him again. In the weeks that followed, Aiden slowly began to smile again. We planted a small tree in the backyard and named it Hope. Every morning, before school, Aiden waters it. He says it reminds him of that day, the day he silenced lies with truth. Sometimes, in the quiet evenings, Aiden and I sit by the tree and talk about his mother. He always ends those conversations with, "Mom would be proud of us, right, Dad?" And I always nod, holding back tears. That day in court changed everything. Not just because justice was served, but because a child stood up when most adults would have crumbled. I learned something too: sometimes, the smallest voice, when it comes from the heart, can shake the sky. Courage doesn't always come from age or experience, it comes from love. And when love finds its voice, it can heal everything.